To Pro League, we got our ace match here between StarTale-yoe and the Jin Air Green Wings. It's going to be Hack versus Maru to close things out in this matchup. Are you thinking about this one, Wolf?
A Terran versus Terran. Hack has shown some great TVT in the past, but I got to say that was a long time ago. Maru's preparing for this matchup right now for his match versus Dream in the Star League Finals. We might see him do, in my opinion, a two-base timing attack, for example, on this map. Just try to do a siege tank push after some very aggressive attack that kind of weakens Hack a little bit. Yeah. Only Daehyun votes for Hack here, and I was on the fence, but I really had to say, in my safe opinion, like,
yeah,
it's
these predictions matter now, Wolf. They're keeping track, and we all go for Maru except Daehyun, of course. I feel like he's just a safe pick here, like you were saying. I think we're definitely going to see some aggressive builds maybe come out from both players. You know, some kind of gas first shenanigans. Would not be surprised. The map is merry-go-round, of course. So you do oftentimes see this. And I'm really excited to see how this one's going to turn out here. StarTale, they have a chance to possibly win a game off of the Jin Air Green Wings. Can they do it here off the back of Hack, one of the players that doesn't even play that often? What do you think, Wolf?
You know, he brought a sick game earlier. He could do it again. Let's find out, guys. Let's go into ace match between Hack and Maru.
Up here in the top left in the red for StarTale-yoe Esports Club. The Terran player, he is Hack.
And down to the 6 o'clock in blue. Terran player, the Marine Prince, it's Maru.
The Sultan of Splits.
The Sultan of Splits. He just, you know, he didn't even have to move his setup. It's already here, already just thrashed, curious, and is ready to do it again. Now playing a different matchup, the same matchup he has to prepare for the Star League Finals. But even still, in some ways that makes him, you know, maybe want to hide some of his builds, but at the same time, this is the build, or the matchup that he's been preparing the most right now. So there's factors on all sides of this. Hack is playing a totally different matchup than what he prepared for today, and maybe was expecting to see a Protoss in the finals. I don't think so, though, honestly, because with the way SOS has been playing, who would have predicted that he was going to be the guy to come out?
No, especially not on this map. You do not send SOS in his current form out here. I don't know. I guess it's just Hack saying, like, I'm confident in this matchup. You know, I didn't prepare for it, but I can do this, coach. Put me in. I'll get it done. He looked really on point. Maybe he's doing a lot better in the house. Maybe he's going to become one of these regulars for StarTale. Especially if he wins here against Maru, I'd say definitely. And that's what he's trying to prove today. So this is a big match, especially for Hack.
Hack sometimes has these, like, big days, I feel like, where he just has incredible success. And we've seen it in the past from him. We've seen it in the GSTL. We've seen it in Codes, where it's like, oh, my God, did he just get first place in his group? How did he do that? What's happening, you know? Nobody expected him to even make it to Codes. He does well in Codes. And then suddenly the next week, he just gets totally destroyed. And you're like, ah, yeah, that's where Hack belongs. I feel like a lot of people are like, yeah, he's just kind of like, he's not consistent enough. He's like a Keen, where it's like, okay, some days he's on, some days he's off. But to just be able to get that consistency up would be so important for him, because even though he brought some sick play earlier today, you know, and he played differently than most people, or riding that hype train is one thing, but he really has to show his consistent form before he can continue that. And like you said, you know, if he wins here, maybe that's when we start seeing him feel it more consistently. Maybe then he finally does get that consistency that everyone's been hoping for. But
yeah, I hope so, man. Very strong player, as we saw in TVP. Maybe he can prove himself here once again. Do see a bit of differing here in the builds. We do see the gas coming out here for Maru first.
Yeah.
And this SCV getting in, actually, is going to be able to identify that fact. Sees the factory even. And he doesn't see that second gas, though.
Yep.
So that is the one big tell. We're probably going to see Banges here out of Maru.
This Reaper is so important. This Reaper is to see this. It's very tough to get a Reaper scout on this map specifically because of how the map layout works. You have to jump up on the ramp where Marines are going to be waiting for you. And, you know, he's got to be so frustrated now. Oh, I don't know for sure. I don't know what's going on. It's probably Banshees. I don't know how much of a commitment. Back at home, he's gone for a reactor expand with, like you said, a normal timed gas. So his factory and his starport are very late. so Banshees could do a lot of damage. On a map like this, the rush distance by air is pretty short. He's going to hit the natural first on this map and not the main base. Ooh, can he deny the scout? No.
It's going to see it.
But on this map, you know, if you, for example, if Hack spawned to the top right, as Banshee goes straight into the main base and will be able to sneak around the back. This way he hits the natural first, the SCVs can be evacuated, he has a little bit more time to react. There's the cloak first.
Yeah, I feel like Hack has got to know this is coming. If he's done any kind of research on Maru as well, we've seen him do this kind of Banshee play in TVT so often. So he does it here once again. Hack gets in with this SCV. He doesn't see the second gas, but he sees the early factory. He's like, okay, he's probably going Banshees. Look at this.
I don't understand this move. I just really don't. Like, at all. And then I can't even, I'm trying to find like a way to devil's advocate it, but he knew there was at least a Reaper on the map, so if there's even Marines, he's going to die, just like we saw there. Not sure about that one. You have any ideas?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still thinking, man.
I don't get that one. That one doesn't make any sense to me at all. This is not like a rushed CC or something. That was weird.
Yeah, maybe he was thinking he saw the CC, didn't see any units, and he's like, okay, well, maybe he doesn't have something, but really nice position out of Hack. You got to give that to him. He was waiting for anything that could come up the ramp to try to punish that kind of CC.
He cannot lose his Banshee. He cannot lose that. Cloak is almost done. And
oh my God.
He shouldn't lose it. It's going to take 2 more shots from the Marine to kill it. Doesn't even get one.
Oh, man. Incredible micro out of Maru here. He's able to take on all of those Marines. And now he can easily just repair that up and get a totally new Banshee here.
Well, this is what's important, though. CC is delayed now. CC is delayed. Banshee harass is delayed. Banshee has to be repaired. That's expensive. I mean, it's less expensive than making a whole new Banshee, but it's expensive, you know? You don't want to buy a new carport for your car. You definitely want to buy a new car, but you don't even want to buy, a new engine for your car. That's really expensive. This Banshee's got to get repaired. The harass is not happening. Hack has turrets on the way. He's got a Viking ready for interception, and he's got such a huge economic lead.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, that attack should have never been able to happen. It was more so opened up because Maru made that mistake by going up the ramp there and losing all of his Marines very early on. And now we see Hack actually getting a pretty decent advantage. He's going for the attack. He's got 5 Hellions. One of them is going to go down.
Ooh, and that Widowmine is in a good place, too. This turret is going to finish just in time. I'm not sure.
Nope. 24 of 25.
Oh, he's going to draw. Oh, he's going to put these. Puts these in the medevac. Oh, he doesn't see. Okay, splits at the last second. Just going to come in here. He doesn't have an armory, right? Because if he could just make those into Hellbats, that would be amazing. He doesn't have an armory. But he's still doing a pretty good job here for harassing the space. The CC is only just now finishing. Siege Tank's going to make it, so he has to pick up and get out of here. He's going to lose a Marine here. The Banshee, meanwhile, is killed. Let me check exactly for you guys.
2 SCVs?
Just 2, yeah.
Yeah. Not the most successful attack here out of Hack either. He's losing a lot of units just for some interesting attacks. I mean, he's able to take down some of those Marines of Maru, but not the best. I mean, he's still got that CC way ahead of Maru here. But Maru's not in the worst spot either.
Yeah. And this Banshee's actually killed a lot. This second Banshee forces a gas cancel, gets 9 kills. Most of those are Marines. So 6 Marines and 3 SCVs he kills with that. That pays for itself. It's going to be able to fly it back. That's going to be later important in the mid-game.
So the resources lost there. Hack is, he's lost about 500 more. So kind of tells a bit of the story. Of course, he has been making more for a longer period of time, but,
significantly down in supply as well. To give you guys a count on units, tanks are dead even at 2-2. He's down a few Marines. SCV count's dead even. But he's missing a Viking, a Raven, and a Banshee. That's part of where that supply deficit goes. So if you think about that supply, it's like, wow, he's really down in supply. But these 3 ragtag units that he's down on, he's mined a lot more resources. He has a ton more bank and minerals right now. He's got a bigger bank and gas as well. And he just powered up a ton of barracks. He's going heavy tank Marine, and he's going to be able to explode with this extra production with all those extra minerals that he had. That Maru is just now adding. He's just now adding those barracks, so they're a bit later. And so you're going to see the supplies kind of even out a little bit here. +1 coming up first for Hack as well. And his stem is already halfway done. Maru's stem, I don't even think he started it, did he? No.
No, he does not have it.
Just now started. So these are huge advantages. Maru needs to do something with this push.
I don't think he's going to be able to, though. I mean, we've seen time and time again that Maru does use these Banshees like so well even later on in the game, but Hack is prepared for it. He's already gotten the missile turret to protect those tanks, so Maru's not going to be able to use what he's really good at here.
Oh, look at this. Hellion run by the Nat. This may cause a panic for Maru. That turret is so important. So important. I'm glad you mentioned that. You might want to even like PDD that turret and like try to kill with a Banshee or something. He's controlling the air still.
Yeah, that's the one thing I didn't really take into account that I should have. Like, he's got total air control here. Even the Raven for the PDD. Like, this is just this is not much that Hack's going to do. He needs to either spend a scan with only 2 orbitals, or he's just got to back off and buy some time. We see the scan come down.
Well, the thing is, like, even though he's about to have stim, it's so difficult for him to actually stim down and run down that ramp against sieged up tanks. The Banshee gives so much power. That turret was the one saving grace, so it does eventually go down as he gets pushed back. And Hack seems to be caught a little bit with his pants down here. He's not handling the situation well. Okay, here's the stim. He's actually just going to go for it. He needed to pull his SCVs a little bit earlier, I think, though. He's still going to be able to force his way in here, but at a very high cost. This was not worth it at all.
Yeah, loses pretty much everything. He's going to be able to take down 1 tank here, but 1 survives, and that's all he needs. He's got that 1 Banshee. It is so critical right now. Even a 2nd tank coming in here as well, and he's still got total air control.
I think that was a bit of a panic move. And Maru is just going to whittle this army down now.
Yep.
If you can ever control the air and have a better siege tank count than your opponent, you're eventually just going to push them back. It's just math. It's simple logic. The stim advantage didn't mean anything. He pulled his SCVs to tank for those siege tanks way too late. It's like the Marines all died, then the SCVs surround the siege tank. So he ended up losing those 2 for just 1 siege tank. And now he has nothing to defend. He didn't wait long enough. He wasn't patient enough.
Nice small micro trick there out of Hack, but it's not really going to matter. I mean, look what's coming across the map now. Look at the supplies. That army supply tells us the story in huge numbers. We got production here out of Hack, but it's not going to be enough. More stuff coming across the map here out of Maru. And you see Hack just desperately trying to hang on to that last tank. It's like his last lifeline, but I'm not sure it's going to work out for him.
I don't think so. Stim is done now for Maru. He rushes in. And no combat shields yet for Hack either. He pulls the SCVs off the line again, but this is not efficient. Yeah. He's already behind.
He's lost so many of them as well.
This just shows Maru's experience more than anything else, in my opinion. Like, he handled the situation very well. He knew exactly what he had, how he could use it. Hack panicked a little bit, made some miscontrols. He was down on air control. He didn't make any more turrets. He didn't repair his turret quickly enough. And once he lost that, he lost all foothold. He panicked and tried to run down the ramp with his Marines. Lost all of those. Wasn't patient enough.
Yeah. And Maru's got total control over this game. Like, he actually cannot lose this game. He's got a 3rd base up right now. Like, fully mining. He's got 57 SCVs.
I don't think Hack has accepted this fact yet. I don't even know if he knows about it. I mean, I don't think he knows about that base.
He must not.
He does not. I just checked his vision. I think he thinks, like, wow, this must have been pretty expensive for him. I think he's scanning right now, and he's seen all these units, and he's like, God, that's a lot. But that's not even the half of it, Hack. There's 2 full medevacs, full Marines coming up here. And he might just drop on top of the tanks, let them unsiege and move forward. He's got a few different options. He's already starting to siege up this refinery.
Oh, that's so annoying. Just that one little nook there for the tank.
Well, he moved a centimeter closer with those siege tanks, but he's still not in range to defend anything.
Yeah, another scan comes down. And that's like minerals he can't even be losing right now. We see him actually having a pretty big bank in gas here.
I feel like an experienced player in this moment would just try to do a drop, try to avoid this soft contain, but Hack's not even trying. If he does, he's going to have too few Marines to defend the few siege tanks he has left. So I understand why he's not, but just sitting here and waiting to die isn't going to help either. And here comes Maru now, stimming forward, just baiting these Marines into siege tank fire, getting a better trade. And here come those SCVs from Hack. He's trying to break through. It's never going to happen. He's now half the supply of Maru.
Oh, he's losing all of his SCVs at that natural. That's going to be it, boys. Everything's going to be cleaned up here. He's not even mining at his natural right now. Another scan comes down. Hack's like, maybe I've broken the contain.
Not even close. Well, he breaks the contain, yeah. Except now. Wave 2 comes in, man.
Wave 2 and Wave 3, you see that on the minimap? And like the trickles of Wave 4 coming in. Hack's still on Wave 1. Huge Doom drop coming into the main right now. He's going to siege up that tank. Get a really nice position here.
It's like a sledgehammer hitting a watermelon right now, man. Getting smashed. You can see Hack space. Knows it's over. GG indeed. Respectful GG. Well deserved.
Yeah, I don't think he gets a warning for that, right?
By
At
the
least
way,
I hope not.
I just want to point out the music credits for like the results played there. It was like Maru's like, "Sup, let's all go home."
Yeah, man. Another Maru game there. Doing well for his team today. Able to smack down 2 players where his teammates were not able to. And just saying once again, Jin Air is the stronger team.
Yeah.
Maybe that is only today because they've got Maru, but that's all you need.
Well, so if you can't kill your team before, if you can't kill a team before they go to the ace match, then they do have that opportunity to play a player twice.
Yeah.
In my opinion, Hack was definitely the player who played the best for StarTale today. Like, he really showed a great game. So in the end, like, he gets to play twice too. But if the player who plays twice for your opponent's just stronger, then it ends up just being that way. I mean, I personally like the Pro League format way more than the all-kill format. I was 50-50 on it until I really started casting this league and started seeing how much more exciting it is this way. Because if the best player on your opponent's team is just way better than everyone else on your team, and he just wins, it's not even really a team game. But in this case, like, it's much better. But when you go to the ace match, it's the only exception to the rule. And Maru plays twice, Maru wins twice. But a good game for StarTale today. You know, I feel like they didn't win it, they didn't take it, but they really, really showed something today. Showed a lot of promise, a lot of potential.
Yeah. Potential is the word, I'd say. If these players, you know, like Pet and Hack, can just continuously win games, you get curious to play against a Protoss today, and not Maru maybe, you know, you possibly take this one today. And it's definitely very possible in the future we could see a more winning StarTale come out in these future rounds here. But we're going to go to this MVP interview here. If you had to pick one guy, who do you think it's going to be?
I'd have to say Maru. Yeah, I think it's going to be Maru.
Yeah, I would agree with you. He hasn't come off the bench, though. So, I mean, I'm not sure if that leads to anything. I mean, Kanada's down over there at the MVP interview place, but Maru is not. If it weren't to be Maru, who would it be? I mean,